Hey, it's Mike from Drive80.com, and today we're going to make this effect where we're going to move this little face around and on a Doritos chip because I got this idea from one of the Doritos posts recently, which was this one, and there is no animation going on, but I love the fact that they utilize the holiday to just put costumes on the chip. So I figured that any company out there who has a product that they're selling, like food or any kind of object, you could do the same thing and just what they have right here is just a chip, and they're moving it around different ways. And I think that what you could do is what I did is I brought these into Photoshop and um, I created a bunch of different images. So I got like a Santa, I got a reindeer, and then I did the Grinch. And I brought them into After Effects here, and then I took that and I animated it. So I took one of the faces and I created this little effect right here. And what I'm going to teach you is that either you could do one of two things. You can either do what they did and just take your product and just add some, images around it, like I did in Photoshop. And in Photoshop, I could just show you really quickly. All I did was I took a chip, which was here, and then I took a brush and I drew a hat. I added some cotton, for the Santa hat, and then I added a face. And the eyes I left off because I was going to animate them in After Effects. But I mean, you could just leave it right here and you can have your image size be 1080 by 1080 and then do the same thing and do another one where I took this one and I just drew antlers and then I drew a nose on here and so I made a reindeer and I also drew eyes, but I kept them off to bring them in After Effects. And then the Grinch, this is a little bit more complicated. I just took I did a select where I command clicked on here to get the marquee, and then I filled a new layer with green, and I just brought it to I gave it a different kind of I gave it to put it a dark in, and then I started just drawing all of this stuff to give it the Grinch's face, and I brought this in. So you could stop at that and then go to Instagram and upload them all one by one, and then Instagram you could do a slideshow like this, and then that could be effective. But I think that you could also do the same thing with this with video, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. So I brought these into After Effects, and I'm going to go backwards here and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to delete all of the stuff that I did and I'm going to show you how I did it. In After Effects, I imported the PSD file and I retained the layer size, and then I opened up the composition for this Santa Claus one, which was right here. And we got the mouth and then the eyes I drew separately, so I'm going to do that again. So the mouth, and I got the Dorito, and I got the hat and all this stuff. The eyes I'm going to create by hitting Q or getting the ellipse tool, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm deselected by Shift Command A. So I don't want to be selected on anything because if I was, it would start drawing a mask, and I don't want to do that. So Shift Command A, and I'm just going to draw an eye here, and I'm going to actually, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to double click on this because that's what's going to bring it in full size. There we go, because that brings the anchor point right in the middle. And I'm going to hit S, and I'm going to scale it down to an eye size, and I'm going to move it up, and then I'm going to name this right eye, and I'm going to hit Command D to duplicate it, and hit P to get the position tool, and just move the X position over here. I'm going to name this left eye, so I'm going to hit Return. I'm going to go back, left eye like TLC. God rest her soul. And we're going to add a scale. We're going to add a blinking effect. And the blinking effect, all you got to do is just hit both of these, or select both of these by selecting one and hitting Shift and selecting the other. And I'm going to hit Shift S. Creative Cloud Options, great, thank you. I'm going to hit S and then, or Option S, and I'm going to hit Option S again here. And I'm going to hit Option S again one more time. I'm going to go back to the middle. I'm going to hit this little link here, and I'm going to move the height, because that is what's going to cause it to go up and down, and the width would go left and right. And I'm just going to go to 0. Actually, no, I'm going to go 1, because I don't want it to be fully, there we go. So it gives that blinking eye. So what you're doing in the beginning, it's at 100% or 2%, which is just the size of this thing complete, but it's 2 and 2. And then it goes to 1 and then there you go. And that's going to be the blinking effect. And if I close my work area and I render preview, I'm going to have a blinking effect where it's going to constantly blink. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to have Santa's face move around. The way we're going to do this is let me get rid of this null. We could have the smile, let me put smile, and let me put hat, and then red hat. Sorry about that. We could have the smile and the faces moved. You know, I can do different positions, but I don't want to do that. I want to control it with a null, and a null is just an invisible object that if you connect these objects to, you can move one of them. So I'm going to hit Shift Option Command Y. Sorry to clear my throat there, and I'm going to name it C underscore mover. I'm going to select from these guys, select left eye, right eye, smile, and there's this little thing here called the pick whip. And I'm just going to drag this. Since they're all selected, they will all follow where this one goes, and I'm going to put it here. And you can see that they are all connecting to this little null. That means that when I move this around, that they are going to connect to it, which is great. So I'm going to show the scale tool again, and here I'm just going to move this down. So I'm going to hit Option P to keep the position it's at right now. And then I'm going to bring it down. It's going to look, Santa's going to look there. And then I'm going to hit Option P again just because I want to keep exactly where that place was. Because at this point, if I didn't hold that position and then move it here and then move it there, it would have this problem. This would be the problem. If I did this, it would just go right there and not pause. So I needed to pause. So there we go. Keep it there, and then he's going to look down. And then we're going to go to here. And I want him to go to look back exactly where it was in the beginning because I want to create a looping effect. So hit Option P, and then go here, grab the first keyframe and hit Command C, and then Command V. Now I can hit Command V. Even though this looks like it's selected, the time indicator is here. So if I hit Command V, it'll paste it there. So even if I was out here and did Command V, and let's do that again. If I was, if I selected this one and hit Command C and Command V, it would paste it there. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab this one, Command C and Command V, and it's going to go right there. And at that point, I want to grab these and Command C. I want to go out here, and I want to repeat that effect. So I'm going to select these and Command C, and then I'm going to hit Command V. And if I zoom out, we can see we get this effect. So he's looking around. He's looking around. So I want to space that out just a little bit. So we can just move these keyframes over, grab these keyframes, and move them over. And then we can go here and then see what this is going to look like. Yay. Okay, so what it's doing is when it loops back again, he's blinking too fast. I want to give a little bit of a pause, and the way to do that is just add a little bit more room before it jumps back to the beginning and loops around. So I'm going to Control C. I kept setting Command C. That's copy. There's Santa. He's moving around. Now I want to have the hat kind of fall around a little bit. And for this one, let me see. I can have the red just follow the hat. That's fine. I could just move the hat. I don't need to make that a null. There we go. No, it's not going to move around. What are you doing? Oh, this one's going to, where's the hat? What's going on here? I want this. So let me do this. None. Grab this and go there. Okay, cool. Now when this one goes down, I'm going to move this hat, and I'm just going to have it. Actually, no, I'm not going to do position. I'm going to do rotation. There we go. Go back. Just hit J to go back to the last keyframe, and then go K to go to the next keyframe, and I'm going to hit W to get the rotation. So let's see if, nope, I'm going to lock you because you're annoying me right now. Command L. It goes here to there. It's going to move you. Let's see. Let's just pretend that you're going to move. Okay, this is annoying me. Anchor point, hit Y, move this anchor point over, and hit W. Now I can, there we go. So let's say maybe his hat would move that way. And it goes here, and hit R again, Option R, and then there, and I'm going to move it down. No, stop. Oh my God. There we go. Move it down there. And then I'm going to go to this keyframe because this is where it moves again, and hit Option R, go to the next one, and I'm going to go back to the very beginning because I want it to loop. So I hit Command C, Command V, and then it's going to show this effect. Yeah, so it adds a little bit more life. I mean, obviously you could do a lot more. This is just for a tutorial and just to be fast to show you just the movement. But I'm also going to grab all of this and I'm going to go to the graph editor tool. I'm going to hit this little wavy thing and hit the minus sign. And I'm going to draw a box over all those and hit this guy right here. And I'm going to zoom in, I'm going to move over. I'm going to just drag this over a little bit. And what this is going to do is going to add a little bit more life to this. So let's see. What to do? Yay! And that's what you can do. And then from here, you can export this. So if I go up to the main comp, I could export this with that blue background. And I can upload that to Instagram. And so instead of it just having, a still image like they're doing here, which again is still really cool. And I think even in this effect, they could have had this smoke blowing across. Now it's not going to keep, if that smoke was blowing across, it wouldn't be continuous through all of these because it would have to reset a new movie. That's just one thing to think about. But in this sense, it still, these characters are moving. People would stay here longer. They'd engage. Just everyone's like, oh my God, that's moving around. That's the coolest thing. And that's what you could do with your product. So again, it depends on what you're selling. You're selling food or pens or headbands or sunglasses, whatever it is, you can just literally take these into Photoshop, make a 1080 by 1080, take your product in, draw some stuff around it, make sure you put layers on there, and then you could leave it at that. And if you do have After Effects, you could bring it to After Effects and you could do simple moves like this. And that's it. Again, we could animate these, but I want to keep this to a shorter video. So if you have any questions, email me, mike@drive80.com. Let me get this to bring it up. I should really have this set up. Oh, that's an awesome font. I was doing that yesterday. Use my current, there we go. That's my branded font. And you can email me with any questions that you want. If you, I am also, let's see. Yeah, you can email me directly. You can leave comments. I'm really just dragging this along. Email me directly. You can leave a comment wherever this video is. You can also hire me if you don't want to do it. You can hire me to teach you this. I do one-on-one sessions, hour-long sessions, or you can also just hire me to do it for you. And we could talk about rates then. And if you want an explainer video, you can just go to drive80.com and check those out. Those are for businesses that are frustrated that people don't get what they do. And yeah, but a lot of things, just all we do is animation. That is it. Thank you very much.